Hi, and welcome to Carolina Varsity's 2015 Week 2, and I think a great ball game. Vance at Providence. I'm Dale Ross.
No, the pet man, Matt Morrow.
So Matt Vance is going to travel over to Providence, and before the season started, I didn't think this was going to be much of a ball game. Uh, I still favor Vance in this ball game, but my goodness, has Providence closed that gap in my mind with what they did Friday night against Somerville.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there could be a big ball game in Panther Stadium.
Yeah, it's a home opener for Providence, coming home after that big win. So you're good. They're gonna have a big crowd. They support their Panthers, especially early in the season, and expect Vance to bring some people as well. Big expectations for them.
Mm-hmm.
The key here, I think Vance's athletes in space. Providence has some good players, especially on the defensive side of the ball. That's what kept Somerville down, helped them pull the upset in a low-scoring game. But if Vance can get their guys in space against the Providence secondary, especially, I think their receivers, you mentioned them, Dorn
And Fetty.
Fetty.
Yeah.
Um, it's going to be, a difficult challenge for Providence to stay with those guys.
Yeah.
I think that's where you might expect. You mentioned with Coach Brand about throwing the ball.
Yeah.
I expect him to come out and throw the ball against Providence here. In all honesty, that's where I think their advantage is.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to attack it, and he's going to try to kill any kind of momentum Providence is going to have coming off this big win early on.
Well, when I left you Friday and was driving up 85 to Vance, I started trying to get my mind in set for the game, and I'm thinking, all summer I've thought, you got the tools,
Mm-hmm.
Brand. You've got the tools. You got this mindset of he loves to run, and I appreciate it greatly because I love that style of offense also.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm riding up 85, and I'm like, is he going to throw the ball? He's got the tools. He's got a quarterback. The kid's got size. He looks good. Brother played well on the field, and then you got this fantastic kid. And Miles Dorn has proved to be even better. So you've got these kids. Yeah, you got to worry because he also has that running back, the kid that ran for Florida Spencer. Yeah. Donovan Spencer. Anyway, I get to the game. West gets the ball, blah blah blah, and then Vance gets the ball, 80 yards, touchdown. They throw the ball. Goes back to what you're saying now.
Mm-hmm.
They threw the ball a lot. They've got the tools. They've got the athletes. They've got the speed. They've just got everything. They're clicking. It's almost like from last year, they just shifted to a different gear, but they never slowed down. They haven't lost a beat on offense. I'm really surprised of all the teams that I saw, including Mallard Creek. Things didn't go as smoothly as they probably should have. For these guys, things seem to be going very smoothly. So I think you got to expect he's going to throw the ball. He's got a good running back, but you've got to expect he's going to throw the ball. Can Providence stop that?
And I think this is a situation where he's going to throw to open up the run. Because if you start out, Providence is going to have to play them. They know they got the threats on the outside.
Yeah.
So you're going to have maybe 7, depending on formation,
Mm-hmm.
7-man box, maybe even a 6-man box if he spreads it out. That's going to open it up for Spencer. So Providence has another big challenge on their hands. And I think the difference is Somerville, do they have those athletes on the outside that Vance has? I doubt it. I don't know if
Somerville's pretty. Yeah, I don't know about this year.
Yeah.
But traditionally, I would say they probably do. The big thing I think when you're talking about the number of men in the box is Vance can go vertical long. I mean,
Right.
long.
Right.
And the only way you can keep that from happening is, of course, to get good penetration on the quarterback. Otherwise, your guys are going to have to be back.
Right.
That box is going to be opened up, and Vance does spread.
Mm-hmm.
So if they spread, that box is going to be back and open.
Right.
It's going to leave. I don't know that you got to leave 7 in the box, but it's really going to spread them out. I mean, I could see that. I don't know. I can just see how Vance can put the offense together and the plays together that you really are going to have a couple of linebackers that are going to have to be playing back in coverage. One of the best, one of the most impressive plays, I have a video up of it, was Dorn catching the ball in a short route. He was probably 5 to 7 yards, and he made the rest of it up. But it was a mid-level route. Linebackers got to play the play. They've had to see that, and I can see Vance hitting with that stuff. But Vance can go. I mean, man, they can put a guy on both ends, and you can put a Fetty here and Dorn over there, and man, so that's going to be a tough one for Providence to.
And then you look at the other side, Providence offensively. We know they're putting in a new scheme. Vance has athletes on the defensive side of the ball. Providence is going to have to run the ball.
Yep.
They got to run the ball, keep this Vance offense off the field. They're explosive. Possession type of football, that's what he wants to play, Coach Bowles. He wants to possess the ball, first downs, time of possession, win that battle. That's what Providence is going to have to do to win the ball game. Not give Vance big plays and possess the ball on offense. They do those two things, they'll be in it. And I think the goal is to be in it in the second half and then have a shot to win it.
If you can beat Somerville, you just got to believe that you can play Vance.
It's not impossible.
I know.
Don't get me wrong.
I know.
I'm not saying it's impossible at all.
Yeah, I'm favoring Vance because of all the things that we discussed, especially that dynamic offense. I think Vance can very easily, they're a team that can, they're one of the few teams that can go out and should be able to put up 30 points every night. They've got that kind of skill set to do it. Obviously, Providence did something right to hold Somerville down, but then we might find, when we're talking about this 8 weeks from now, Somerville just really wasn't that good this year. But it's doubtful. I think it's doubtful, but it's a possibility. So, this is a game that's on another one that's on my short list of games to consider because of what Providence did Friday night.
I will be there for it.
There you go. So
won't take pictures. I know it'll be 110 pictures. The observation.
I find that camera. You're gonna take some pictures. But there we go. Great. I think you got a chance to see some good stuff happening. I think you got a chance here for a competitive ball game. If it's not very competitive, that's probably going to tell me more about Vance than it does Providence, because I'm really got some high expectations for Vance. And if Vance is able to actually live up to everything that you think in the mind that they can, the game shouldn't be close. So, going to be, I think, but I believe it's going to end up being close because Providence showed us something. So. There you go, Friday night, Panther Stadium. Hard place to park if you don't get there soon enough. I just want to mention that in case you've never been. Thanks, have a good ball game.